Hey there, y'all. 3 of the albums in the Live at Cornerstone Fest 2001 series, originally released by Millennium 8 Records back in the day, have been remastered and re-released on CD and also for the first time on vinyl, courtesy of Retroactive Records as part of their limited run vinyl line. We're going to take a look at the vinyl editions of those today here on the show, featuring Bride, Deliverance, and Sacred Warrior. These are nice editions. Stay with me. You're not going to want to miss this one. Hey there, y'all. Welcome back to another Tim Talks Christian Rock. Tim Risto here. Hope you're doing awesome today, and may God bless your day going forward from here. Thank you so much for choosing to make this video a part of your day. It is greatly appreciated. We're going to have a blast talking about these great 3 new vinyl releases from the Live at Cornerstone Fest 2001 series. Good stuff ahead. Before we do that, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Kent over at Area 312 Rock and Metal Vodcast, my good buddy over there, Kent, who sent me this Before the Bite t-shirt, which I think you can see it pretty decently here. Very, very awesome t-shirt. If you are not familiar with Before the Bite, the album, the band, I've got some links in the description down below that you will want to check out. It'll take you over to Area 312 Rock and Metal Vodcast to a couple of videos there that will help inform you about Before the Bite. Definitely worth checking out. So anyway, shout out to Kent for sending me this t-shirt. I love it. It will be in regular rotation here in my t-shirt wearing on the channel and on the show. One more thing, if you haven't yet, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. It is very much appreciated. It helps support my channel, helps me to continue to produce content on a more regular basis. Also, please like this video, comment if you feel so led. I'd love to engage with you all in the comments down below as much as my time and energy permits, but I love to read y'all's comments, love to engage down there as well. And last but not least, feel free to share this video with someone you love if you feel so led. That is also greatly appreciated. All right, let's get on with things here with these new vinyl releases. All right, let's talk a little bit of background quick about this Live at Cornerstone Fest 2001 album series, because it was a series of albums that's more than just these first 3 that we're talking about today. But these are the only ones that have been re-released, remastered and re-released. But there were 7 of them originally. I have one of them here, the Bride one, and I also have, I think, Daniel Band, which is not part of the re-released, remastered series, at least as yet. The other bands featured were, of course, Deliverance, Bride, Recon, Sacred Warrior, Daniel Band, Triton, and Guardian. And then they also had a Greatest Hits CD edition as well, which I think was just kind of a sampler of stuff from all these albums. And then they had a DVD as well, which would actually be really cool if I could find that. But anyway, these were recordings of live performances from the Cornerstone Christian Music Festival in 2001, and they're really, really nice. I've had this Bride one since I think last year, and it's got some cool stuff on it. So the decision by Retroactive to remaster and re-release, at least starting with 3, I assume they might do the whole series. I don't know if these sell well enough, but to remaster them on CD and then to release them on vinyl for the first time is really very cool. So I thought we'd take a look at these. Again, I can't compare them much to the original CDs because I only have the Bride one. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the differences between them. But let's start out with taking a look at these awesome vinyls first. We'll start with the Bride vinyl here first. Awesome edition here. Since I've got the CD, I, of course, was looking forward to this on vinyl as well. But you can tell right away, redone cover art, right? You got Troy Thompson there on guitar on the cover art, and it just replaces this more generic kind of, somewhat, probably public domain stock photo clip from, I forgot the original artist on that. But anyway, replacing that with some more band-specific artwork, which is really nice. I've got the plastic wrap still on here, so You might see a little reflections. I'll try and limit that as much as possible. Here's the back with the track listing. It's a single vinyl here. Got side A, which has 6 tracks, and side B, which has 4. Now, to make a quick note there, this original CD has a total of 14 tracks, where this one has a total of 10 tracks. So you're going to probably wonder, well, what's the difference here? What did they leave off? Well, one thing they left off was track 4, Preaching About Drinking, which I think is just a Dale talking about that. I don't believe that is included on the CD. I don't think it was hidden in one of the other tracks here on the vinyl. And then also, as it notes here on the bottom of the CD, bonus tracks from Bride Live Volume 1. So tracks 12, 13, and 14 were actually from the Bride Live Volume 1 CD. Let's see if you can see that a little bit better right there. So those were not included on this as well. I don't have that CD either. I have Bride Live Volume 2, I believe, but I don't have Volume 1. So having those on this original CD is kind of nice. Otherwise, you're getting everything else on this vinyl. Plus, you're actually getting one thing that was not on that original CD. As you'll notice here, it says previously unreleased track, and there is one track starred, actually the back half of a track. It's number 3 on side B, which has I Saw the Light, which was part of the original release, but then adds Power in the Blood as the back half of that track as well. So that Power in the Blood was not included. You can kind of see that there. Power in the Blood now was an additional track that you get on here. So that's kind of cool. All right, so let's take a look at this vinyl. Here's the insert, which includes a nice new little write-up live at Cornerstone 2001 by Dale Thompson, written just last year, 2024. So that's a couple paragraphs, nice additional little write-up there from him. Then, of course, it's got the band that recorded there at Cornerstone, which includes Dale Thompson, Troy Thompson, Lawrence Bishop on bass, and Mike Loy on drums. That particular version of the band recorded at Cornerstone Fest in 2001. You've got all the lyrics here, and then another write-up over here, which I think was on the original, that original CD as well. So it's just offered again here, but a nice, sturdy and semi-gloss insert sheet. Really very nice. I should note as well that on that Power in the Blood, that additional track that had been previously unreleased, but that's included here, there is a nice little bass solo in there by bassist Lawrence Bishop, again in this lineup of the band. So you do get something really pretty cool that was not part of previous CD edition that's on this vinyl, and I assume it's on the remastered CD too. Again, I don't have that, but pretty sure it's going to mirror this as well. Anyway, nice insert. Black sleeve with this gorgeous orange vinyl edition of this fantastic live album. Side A, and then side B has the Retroactive Records logo on it. But this is very nice. While I have not listened to all of these 3 live editions, I have spot listened to all of them. This one I've probably listened to about 90% of it. I just didn't have a lot of time here with Easter holidays and everything to fully listen to these before I record this video, but I did want to make sure I'd at least listen to them. And this sounds really quite good. In fact, all of them sound good. This one probably, the Bride one probably, maybe is a little bit more trebly. It sounds a little more, I don't want to say tinny, but you catch a little more of the high on this than you do the other. The others have a little bit more bass to them than this one does. But the remastering is really good. Obviously has done the best they can with whatever source material they're working with, but it's really sounds good. So I do like the sound of this. And one of the cool things about having Bride live, especially in a good quality recording like this, is it does capture the live performance of the band at this time, which is really good. If you haven't caught my interview with Dale Thompson yet of Bride, please check that out here on my channel as well. It's pretty recent as of the time of this recording this video here, just dropped a few weeks ago. And he talks about one of the things when I ask him about, what do you think is one of the, kind of the highlights of Bride, one of the strengths of Bride as a band. And he said, really without any pause at all, their live performance. And so to have an album like this that captures, again, a live performance at one of the classic Christian music festivals of its day, Cornerstone, is really, really very cool. So this is nice, and it's a good performance, and it's a good recording. So if you are a fan, and if you love vinyl, or CD for that matter too, again, I don't have them, but those are available as well, you should really pick this up. And some of my favorite tracks off here are Same Old Sinner, the opening song, Fool Me Once, Thunder in the City, of course, Until the End We Rock, Hell No, I Saw the Light and Power in the Blood, I think is really good, those two dual tracks together. And then the closer, Under the Influence too. I mean, everything on here is really quite good, and I just love this performance. It's really excellent on so many levels. All these songs are from the first three Bride albums. That was intentional. That's what they wanted to do, kind of a classic Bride night. So they just performed songs from the first three albums. So good recording, good performance, great vinyl edition, worth picking up. And just to show off the original CD again, just because I do have that, just quickly show you. There's the CD art. Of course, tray was just very plain back in the day. Cover art, back cover art of the insert, and then inside you have that write-up, which I showed you on the vinyl insert, was reproduced there. It's much easier to read on the vinyl than here. And then some photos and a listing of those other albums in this Live at Cornerstone Fest series, as well as some credits there. So very simple edition, but it is nice. I'm glad I have the original. And again, I most definitely will pick up the remastered CDs sometime here down the road. All right, next let's check out the Deliverance vinyl right here. This one's a little unique. I love here how it says the triumphant return, because again, they had pretty well been defunct for 6 or 7 years at the time of this recording. Kind of reformed the band with some new members as well for this performance. But this is unique because this one also is a double vinyl, where the others here in the series are just single vinyls. Now, it's not a gatefold, it's just a single sleeve, but it has the two vinyls in separate sleeves inside here as well. So nice to have a double vinyl edition as well, which contains all of the, what do we have here? We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tracks on here. Now, some of these are, I think, just Jimmy P. Brown, talking. So some tracks are just that, like track 3, Introductions. Track 3 on side C is Thanks. So some of these are just him talking. But it's cool to have that too. That engagement with the audience is neat to hear. This one sounds good. I think it sounds a little better than the Bride recording just because it sounds a little bassier. And I don't know, again, it has to do with the mics, the recording process, whatever. But this one sounds a little bit better than the Bride one overall. But really nice addition to have, and also a really nice performance by Jimmy and the band. Good stuff. Here's the insert for that, which again also includes a new write-up from Jimmy P. Brown II, written in 2024, last year, and then all of the lyrics on both sides. The first vinyl here, again on paper sleeve, side A and B. This is in a deeper red kind of color, really very nice. Side A and B. Close-up look at the label. Retroactive logo on side B. Here's the second vinyl that comes with it, also in the same color vinyl with side C. Side D, again, the Retroactive Records logo. All right, the band lineup for this Cornerstone 2001 performance was, of course, the always excellent Jimmy P. Brown II, longtime Deliverance bandmate Manny Morales, David Gilbreth on keyboards, Lael Conan on guitar, and Ian Baird on drums. You got some additional musicians, including Jim Calvert on backing vox and slide whistle. And yeah, that looks like who we've got for that. So nice lineup. Great performance on here. That sounds really good. Some of my favorites on here are, of course, Day of Execution, which is the opening track on here. Learn is good. I love that. Belltown. Psalm 23, which opens side C, followed up immediately by Weapons of Our Warfare. And side D ends with Sanctuary. Those are some of my favorites on here. Although, again, this is just a really good performance by Deliverance. These are just such nice additions. And when you listen to these and just sit and listen to them, again, I haven't listened to this one completely from beginning to end, but I have spot listened to a lot of it and listened to lengths of it, several tracks back to back recently. And it just kind of immediately, it's immersive. It immediately puts you into the setting of listening to Deliverance live. It's really very cool. So again, if you're a Deliverance fan, pick this up. It's very good. Very, very good edition. All right, let's talk about the Sacred Warrior vinyl edition here. I've got it right here. This also is a very, very nice edition. This has 6 tracks on side A and 6 on side B, including, as it mentions down here, previously unreleased tracks, which are all on side B. Track 3, Come On, is a new unreleased track. Track 4 is Day by Day, and track 5, Prince of Peace. All 3 of those were previously unreleased. I'm sure they're available on the CD, remastered CD edition of this too, but we're not on the original. So nice to have those available. And this again, I've listened to probably about 60% of this. This one also is a very nice performance of the band and sounds really good. This one has a little more bass than the Bride recording does as well. So nice addition. Here's the insert. This doesn't have a new write-up by Ray Parra, but it does have a little paragraph from 2001 from NoLifeTillMetal.com. So that's nice to include here. And then you've got the band lineup with Ray Parra on vocals, Tony Velasquez on drums, Bruce Swift on guitars, and Steve Watkins on bass. And then Joe Pettit on keyboards, who I think was different from the original lineup, if I remember correctly. And then, of course, all the lyrics for the songs. The vinyl for this is a nice, vivid orange vinyl. Here's the side A label. And again, side B featuring the Retroactive Records logo. Favorites of this particular recording, from what I've heard so far anyway, include Children of the Light, the opening track, Rebellion, track 4 on side A, and Holy, 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 track 5, side B, Wicked Generation, and then the closing one, Temples on Fire. Again, just a really nice performance by the band. One of the things that got mentioned in the little write-up here that I showed you on the insert from No Life Till Metal in 2001 was something I thought was really kind of appropriate, and I agree with listening to that here, is of all the simultaneously released Live at Cornerstone 2001 discs, this one impressed me the most. Considering some of the others were favorites of mine, like Deliverance and Recon, that is saying a lot. Not only does the band sound great, but they bring a real spirit of worship and reverence to the Almighty. I think that's an excellent point. You get that feel listening to this performance of Sacred Warrior on this in this Cornerstone 2001 performance. So I think that's a great point, and I got that feel right away as well too. So again, another nice live recording to have in your collection. If you're a Sacred Warrior fan and a vinyl head, pick this up. And again, the CD is available as well. There you go, y'all. A quick look at these 3 vinyl releases in this Live at Cornerstone Fest 2001 series. Pick them up if you can. I think these are really good recordings, really nice to have in the collection. And hopefully they'll release the others in this original series from 2001 on vinyl and CD as well, remastered. So if you support this series, there's probably a greater chance of seeing the rest of the series, the other 4 artists and albums. It's part of this series. I think there was a 2002 series of live recordings from Cornerstone as well. Maybe that could come out too. I know One Bad Pig was one of those. I think Kemper Crab was one. So again, if you continue to support this series, we might see additional artists and albums from those series come out as well. That would be great to see. But anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. If you have any of these, what do you think of them? If you have the originals, have you done any comparisons between the two? What do you think? Love to hear your comments down below. Otherwise, go out, y'all, and listen to some great Christian rock today. And above all else, don't remember, stay in God's Word. Blessings, y'all. Take care. See you next time.